Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Good morning, grade 8. Inshallah, today we will revise topic 12, lesson 7, and lesson 8. Lesson 7, theoretical and experimental probability. Lesson 8, probability of compound events. I will start from page 769 up till page 780 in your weekly plan according to week 10. We will start by, inshallah, lesson 7. Lesson 7, theoretical and experimental probability. Just one rule: probability of event equals number of favorable outcomes divided by number of possible outcomes. Or in another word, we can say it's sample space. Example number 1. You spin a spinner that has 20 equal sized sections, number from 1 to 20. Find the theoretical probability of landing on the given sections of the spinner. All of us know what is the spinner. It's the spinner if you don't know. And it's numbered from 1 to 20. From 1 to 20. Then he will ask me about probability of numbers, probability of odd numbers, probability of even numbers, and so on. So number 1, or letter A, probability of 15. Probability of 15 means number of favorable outcomes divided by sample space. So how many 15 are there? Yes, it's just 1. So it will be number of favorable outcomes, it will be 1 divided by sample space equals 20. So the result equals 1 out of 20. And letter B, probability of odd number. Probability of odd numbers, all of us know what is the meaning of odd numbers. So when we count them, you will find from 3, 5, yes, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19. So when we count them, it will be 10. 10 out of 20. Try to put it in the simplest form. It will be 1 out of 2. Letter C, probability of even number. When we count even number in the same way of counting the odd numbers, it will be 10 out of 20. From 2, 4, 6 to 20, but just even number. So it will be 10 out of 20, cancel 0 with 0, so the result equals 1 out of 2, or the simplest form, it will be 1 out of 2. Letter D, probability of not 5. What is the meaning of not 5? So it may be 1, 2, 3, 4, but you must skip 5, then 6, 7, 2, 20. When you count numbers except 5, you will find it 19, sorry. So 19 divided by 20, it's the first way. Or we can use another way. It will be 1, the total, minus probability of 5. Probability of 5, which equals 1 out of 20. So 1 minus 1 out of 20, it will be 19 out of 20. Letter E, probability of numbers less than 19. So less than 19, it would be 18, 17, 16. When you count them, you will find it will be 18 numbers less than 19. So number of favorable outcomes, it will be 18 divided by sample space, which equals 20. So the result equals 18 out of 20. Try to put it in the simplest form. 18 divided by 2 equals 9. 20 divided by 2 equals 10. Next, letter F, probability of numbers greater than 8. So greater than 8 may be 9, maybe 10, 11, 12, and so on. When you count them, you will find it will be 12 numbers greater than 8. So 12 divided by 20 equals, try to put it in the simplest form. So 12 divided by 2 equals 6. 20 divided by 2 equals 10. So 6 divided by 2 it will be 3. 10 divided by 2 equals 5. Letter G. Probability of multiple of 5. So multiple of 5, it's a number that we multiply 5 by its factors or by numbers or natural numbers. So for example, 5 times 1 equals 5. It's the first one. 5 times 2 equals 10. 5 times 3 equals 15. 5 times 4 equals 20. So when we look for numbers or multiple of 5, you will find the first one is 5, then 10, then 15, then 20. So when you count 1, 2, 3, and 4, so it will be 4 out of 20. Try to put it in the simplest form, 4 out of 20. So 4 divided by 4 equals 1, 20 divided by 4 equals 5. Probability, letter H, probability of number less than 21. So whole numbers less than 21. So when we count them, it will be 20. 20 out of 20 equals 1, and we call it certain event. So from letter H, we know that if the event or probability of event equals 1, we call it certain event. Letter I. Probability of prime number. What is the meaning of prime numbers? It's a number just divisible by itself or 1. So you will find the set of prime numbers 2, 3, 5, 7, and 11, 13, 17, and 19. When we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it will be 8 out of 20. Try to put it in the simplest form. 8 divided by 2 it will be 4. 20 divided by 2 it will be 10. So the result equals 4 out of 10. Let's move to lesson 8. In lesson 8, probability of compound event. It looks like the previous, but here compound. Maybe the events happen together or just in one time. So just one rule, or rule 1. If A and B are mutually exclusive events and probability of A or B equals probability of A plus probability of B, as it's mutually exclusive event. But we have another way. If A and B are overlapping, so overlapping means we have common factor between the two events, event A and event A, B, we have common numbers between the two. So in this state or in this way, we will use probability of A or B. It's overlapping. It will be probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A and B. Probability of A and B is the common between the two. Let's move to example number 1. You spin a spinner that has 12 equal sized sections numbered from 1 to 12. Find each probability. Here it's the spinner which had 12 equal sides. Number 1, probability of 3 or 4. So probability of 3, how many 3 are there? So it will be just 1. 1 3. It will be 1 out of sample space. Yes, good. 12 plus 1, that's just 1 4. 1 out of 12. When we add them together, it will be 1 out of 6. Number 2, probability of even or 7. So we will find the first probability of even. So probability of even numbers, when you count even numbers, it will be 6 out of 12, as it will be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. 6 numbers divided by the sample space, which equals 12. Try to put it in the simplest form. It will be 1 out of 2 plus probability of 7, just 1 7 and 12. It will be 1 out of 12. So we add them together. So the result equals 7 out of 12. Number 3, probability of even or odd. In 1, 2, 3, no common factor between the two. Even or odd. So how many even are there? Yes, good. 6 even out of 12. And how many odd are there? Yes, good. 6 out of 12. So try to put it in the simplest form. Half plus half equals 1. In number 4, probability of multiple of 3 or odd. So the first part, you must find probability of 3, multiple of 3. So multiple of 3 is 3, 6, 9 and 12. Good. So probability of odd, it will be half, as when we count odd numbers, 6 numbers divided by 12, it will be half. Then when you check the common numbers between the two, you will find two numbers between multiple of 3 and odd numbers. It will be 3 and yes, good, and 9. So 2 out of 12, when we put it in the simplest form, it will be 1 out of 6. So the result, when you add them together and subtract, 1 out of 3 plus 1 out of 2 minus 1 out of 6 equals 2 out of 3. Number 5, probability of odd or multiple of 5. So probability of odd, I know it's a half. Multiple of 5, yes, good. It's just we have 2, 5 and 10. So it will be 2 out of 12. We put it in the simplest form. Yes, put it in the simplest form. It will be 1 out of 6 minus just one common between the two, between odd numbers and the multiple of 5. Yes, it will be 5. So we subtract the probability of getting 5. So it will be 1 out of 12 equals 1 out of 2 plus 1 out of 6 minus 1 out of 12 equals 7 out of 12. Number 6, probability of number less than 5 or greater than 9. Yes, very good. No common factor between the two, or no common event between numbers less than 5 or greater than 9. So probability of numbers less than 5, yes, just 4 numbers, 4, 3, 2 and 1, plus probability of greater than 9, it will be 10, 11 and 12. Yes, good, very good. It will be 3. So 4 out of 12 plus 3 out of 12 equals 7 out of 12. The last example in number 8, probability of multiple of 2 or multiple of 3. We have common event between multiple of 2 and multiple of 3. So probability of multiple of 2, yes, all of us know that, equals 6 numbers. How? As it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, right? And 12. When we count them, you will find it's 6. Multiple of 3 is very good. 3 and 6, good. 9 and 12, good. Minus the common events between the two. Between multiple of 2 and the multiple of 3, you will find it 6 and 12, very good. So 2 out of 12, add them together, 6 plus 4 equals 10, minus 2, it will be 8. 8 out of 12, try to put it in the simplest form. 8 divided by 4 equals 2. 12 divided by 4 equals 3. It's finished. Thank you for listening, Mr. Yasser.